distant than other crises may have been true when these talks began 21 years ago. That's why it's called COP21. I was amazed to hear one of the leaders refer to this as not the finish line, but the starting point. Only at the United Nations does it take 21 years to get to the starting point. But this is not the first COP. And we can't claim that this is some far-off crisis. Not after Hurricane Sandy flooded Wall Street and the New York subway system. Not after Hurricane Katrina decimated New Orleans. Not after heat waves killed thousands right here in Paris. I could go on. But in all of these cases, you'll notice something right away. Whether in the global south or the global north, it's overwhelmingly the poorest and most vulnerable people who lose their lives in the greatest numbers when disaster strikes.
Last 8 weeks, a series of newspaper articles have uncovered the greatest scandal maybe in human history, the greatest corporate crime. These mostly come out of the United States. And what these reporters did was go back and prove that 25 years ago, Exxon, the richest company on earth, the most important fossil fuel company, that Exxon knew everything that there was to know about climate change. Their scientists had developed all the models. They knew what was going to happen. They were using that knowledge to bid on new leases in the Arctic because they knew that it would melt. But instead of telling anyone, they spent that 25 years, tens of millions of dollars, building the network of denial and disinformation and confusion that's kept us from doing anything. So we're taking on Exxon more and more and more. I asked my colleague Kevin Buckland to make me a shirt. Since we're in a theater, I figured we needed costumes. So make me a shirt tonight, and it's got the most important hashtag of the moment.
I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, just the brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You can say that I'm a dreamer. I'm not the only one. I know someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Both Tenzin and I come from the Himalaya. He, of course, comes from the roof of the world. And the Himalaya support half of humanity for water. And therefore, the fate of half of humanity is connected to the third pole and the disappearance of the water as glaciers melt. We have a beautiful prayer, a peace prayer from India that says, may the peace of the skies, the peace of space, peace of the earth, peace of the waters, peace of the vegetation, which we would today call biodiversity, may that peace be with you. We never thought of peace as only a relationship between human beings. We recognized peace had to be among all aspects of the earth. We are, after all, the earth. We are the water. Patti sang so beautifully about it. We are the seeds, we are the biodiversity, and we are the air. And every time we violate every bit of the fabric of the web of life, we are unleashing a war against others first, those who never caused the problem, but ultimately ourselves. And at the heart of this violence against the planet today is an agriculture that came from the wars, from the Second World War, an agriculture based on fossil fuel. I call it fossil agriculture. And it's based on a fossilized mindset of separating ourselves from nature, thinking we are the rulers and masters and conquerors. That toxic agriculture is responsible for 50% of all greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide from chemical fertilizers, which are fossil-based, and the exxons of agriculture are trying to hijack the negotiations with something called CSA, which doesn't mean community-supported agriculture, and a beautiful relationship between the earth, the producers and the eaters, a climate-smart agriculture. Every time the word smart is used, I feel danger signals are coming. Because it means a handful of people with lots of money think they're going to rule the world, and we're not going to let them. Because their rule means destruction of the planet and our lives. The destruction of soil is linked to the refugee crisis. It's linked to the new conflicts. It's linked to the roots of war. We need more organic farms, not arms. We need to turn to soil, not oil.